the story and to be steadfast. There's power in the story, and they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony, right? Revelation 12:11. But what's more important than the story is to be steadfast. Without being steadfast, the story falls apart. I remember over 20 years ago, probably more, 25 years ago when I had hair, one of my dear friends had said, come on, I want to take you to a good barber. He's a good barber. He's going to hook you up. And we got in the car and we were on our way. And as we were on our way, he was telling me about this barber, how this barber reminded him of me. How he was I don't think I'm a good speaker, so don't take it that way. But according to my friend, he says, man, Alex, this guy, he was a great Bible teacher and he's a powerful speaker. Powerful testimony, just like you. Wait till you meet him. You guys got so much in common. So we get there, and once we get inside, he introduces me to the barber. The barber's cutting. There's a customer already on the chair before me, and while he's cutting the guy's hair, quickly he gives his hand of greeting to me and to my friend. I noticed that the barber was a bit under the influence of some substance, and according to my street knowledge of drugs, it seemed to be that he was under the influence of cocaine. He had fallen from grace, obviously, and he was actually telling the story to one of the customers. So he's a barber still with stories, you know. And I gotta admit, he spoke a good one, you know, carried a lot of power in his voice. As the barber was cutting hair, my friend sitting next to me was telling the barber about me, how he that I reminded my friend of the barber and how I spoke, you know, as powerful as the barber and so forth. And I never forget the words that the barber said to my friend and I, and to all that were there attending to what he was saying. That everybody was, I noticed that all the customers there, that place was jam-packed. They were hanging to his every word. This was a compelling man, very enchanting, you know, very tall. Those of you from the Latino world, if you know the salsero Oscar de Leon, he looked just like Oscar de Leon, man, like a straight salsero. He had the guayabera shirt on. He had the brim hat, you know, those beige brim hats. And he had a spunk to him, you know, he was, you know, he had some oomph to him, you know, and I was mesmerized by the guy. I'm not going to lie to you. But what he said was to everybody in the room, you know, listen, it's not so much in the story where the power lies at, but it's in being steadfast. Now, he didn't say the word steadfast. That's what I'm using. It's not your story. It's to be steadfast. He said, it's not in the testimony of the individual, how beautiful he speaks and how powerful his testimony is, but it's in the individual that can stand when all hell breaks loose, when the storm breaks out. If that individual can remain unaffected by it and continue on his journey, unrelenting, not looking to the left or to the right, but to hold his composure, to be on his square, as we say in the street. That's where the power's at. A lot of you need to hear that. You need to be reminded of that. Take it easy. Be calm. Be circumspect. Remain calm in the middle of this storm. This is the time now with the shaking that's going on. You got all these prophets coming on YouTube and other outlets of social media, warning of the coming storm, that all things that must be shook will be shaken, that therefore that which shall remain, you know, it's not going to be many. But according to your steadfastness, that's what will determine your outcome in the future, whether it's going to be detrimental to you or conducive. The choice is yours. Be calm. Be calm in the storm. It took me years, and still, I still, you know, I'm a person, I wear my emotions on my sleeves. Those of you that know me, I can become very emotional, very passionate. I like to call it zeal, you know, or indignation, anger aroused by injustice. But the point of the matter is we got to learn how to control our emotions. You know, being a Christian is not solely dependent on the knowledge that you have of the word and the things of God and how much word you got in you, right? Everybody's competing who's the better preacher and who prophesizes on point all the time. But I think it's the person, the gal or guy that could be cool, that could be calm-headed, no matter how hard it gets, that you be the only one in the room, steadfast. So it's not in your story. It's in being steadfast. Remember that. Love you. Got to go. And in the words of Adam Clayton Powell, the late, great Adam Clayton Powell, keep the faith, baby.